You can see guys, there is a add user option. And the moment you click on add user, you can see two different options came up. One is quick add, another is a detail add user. Quick add is nothing but it will throw you the mandatory fields in order to create a user account in your system, and at the same time it will allow you to create multiple users at the single shot, guys. You have to populate all the required fields.
Raghu, your screen is frozen. I don't see any movement on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, now I got it. Good.
Okay, I just passed it and then shared it, guys. Sorry about that. You can see, guys. Let me repeat, guys. Sorry about that. So how you are going to, you came here through the administration tools. From the administration tools, you went to the manage employees portlet and click, and you went to the update user information, and you went to the manage users option, guys. Click on manage users option, and you can see you have an option to add a new user in your system. And the moment you click on add new user, you can see quick add, and another is the detail add user option. So there is a slight difference between these two options, guys, but both are going to serve the same purpose of creating users from your instance. Let me show you what is the difference, guys. So when you click on quick add, you can see only some few fields of your employee or user creation are going to be shown on the screen, and you can see you will be able to create 5 different users. At a max, you will be able to create 5 users using this option, guys, quick add option. And let me show you the other way, other option, so that you will be able to clearly differentiate these two things. You can see the other way of creating is like a detail add user. Click on detail add user. You can see there are a lot of fields being displayed here while you are going to create a new user account in your system. So this is like, these are the fields which has been configured in your system, and some of them might be optional and some of them are mandatory. So it's up to you. Whatever the information you have to write, you have to put that information and create your users into the SuccessFactors system. So that is the difference, guys. You can see you'll here in the detailed add user option, you will be able to create only one user at a time, and the system is asking you to system is showing you all the fields that has been configured by in your system to create a user account. And if at all you're interested, yes, you can go ahead and show only the required fields, but usually it is going to be like all the fields are going to be displayed. That is the difference, guys. Whereas in your quick add, only the mandatory fields, and at a time you will be able to create 5 different users. And whereas in your detail add user, all the fields will be displayed, which are going to be like required fields as well as optional fields, and only one user going to be created at a time. So that is the difference between these two options, guys. And how you are going to create is like populate values. Let's say if you want to create, one second, guys. Let's say you want to create Sriram account, Sriram. I don't know what is his name, one second. And what the email ID that you want to configure. And you can create your job code, all those things, guys. I'll show you that. And here you can see there is a manager, HR manager. Manager is nothing but say during the time of your hire, if you have your already, if you know like who is going to be your manager, your HR can place the corresponding manager name here. Otherwise, if there is no manager assigned for you at this moment, then as it is going to be a mandatory field, right, you cannot keep them as blank. Instead of keeping them as blank, right, you have to populate that with no manager and no HR manager, guys. Say if you have your manager, let's say let's say Rajesh is going to be your manager. You can see here, click on Rajesh, and you can see Rajesh is your manager. And in the same fashion, you can put some employee as your HR manager. Let's say you can put as your manager and which department. Let's say human resource, which division, let's say services, and like that you can have to populate all these fields, guys. Yes, Rini, we can configure this page. Yeah. And populate all the data, whatever you have, and make sure that mandatory fields are going to be populated for sure. Yeah, and you can see save the creation of the user. We forgot one user, guys. You can see you are able to create a user. Someone is asking question, guys.
Yeah, Raghu, I just wanted to understand what's the difference between the users created in the two systems, in the provisioning system and the front-end system.
Yeah, basically like the users created in the provisioning system, right? They are administrators, guys. Whereas the users that you are going to create from the instance, right? They can become administrators, provided someone has to give them the administrative privileges. So someone should go and manually grant the admin privileges for the users, which are going to be created from the instance. But whereas the ones that you are creating from the provisioning system, right? They will get the required privileges, required admin privileges by default.
And also, the ones which have been created in the provisioning system will have access to the provisioning system.
No, guys. That's not like that. Your provisioning system is completely different, and the credentials of your provisioning system are going to be totally different from the, even though the user has been created from the provisioning system, right? It doesn't mean that he is going to get the provisioning access. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the difference is that in provisioning system by default you will get your admin access, whereas in your front-end system somebody has to go and grant the.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay. And so that is how you are going to create your credentials, guys. I would say the users in your system. And you can see so far we have seen one way of creating your users is from your provisioning system. The other way is going to be from the instance, going to the administration tools page, and from there go to the manage users option. So we have seen two different ways, right? And you can see so far whatever we have discussed, we are creating one user, or we have an option to create 5 different users at the same time, right? But say if you're talking about your data migration, say your organization is a very big organization and you have like thousands of employees who are going to use your SuccessFactors system. In that case, how you are going to migrate the data? Say you have your legacy system and you want to migrate your data from the legacy system to your SuccessFactors system. So how you are going to do that? So in order to do that, right, there should be a mass upload or mass import option with respect to your SuccessFactors. So there should be some tool available to you to go ahead and upload or create users in a mass fashion, right? Hundreds and hundreds of users at a single shot. In order to do that, you have an option called as employee data file, guys, which is called as UDF file. You can upload or import, you can export or import your UDF data file with all the employee records into your SuccessFactors system, guys. So let me show you how the file is going to look like. Then we'll try to upload a couple of users using the CSV UDF file, guys. So where you are going to get the template to use this UDF file is like, if you go to the manage employees, update user information, go to employee import option, and you see data import file template. You can always get the template from the import options, guys. Any object with respect to your SuccessFactors system, you have a template available while you go to the import option, guys. Let me save this. You can see here, this is your template. I mean to say this is how your data should be populated. And once the data is populated in this thing, make sure that you are going to save the file in the CSV file format, and you can just go ahead and import this file into the SuccessFactors system, guys. So you can always load your new records, only the brand new records using the UDF file, or at the same time you can append your brand new records or change the existing records and import the UDF file into the system, guys. So either way you can do that. System knows that system is going to process only the delta, guys. System knows that what are the old records, what is the new record. So it will differentiate with respect to that, guys. So when I exported the existing data from the success factor system to my desktop, guys. Here is the file. Let me show you how it is going to look like. One second, guys. So this is the file. You can see all the employee records, or at least the users that has been configured so far in the system. You will be able to see all of them here, guys. So whenever you want to add few more records, right, you can just go ahead and append those records into this file, and then you can import this file into the success factor system. Let me do one upload, guys, so that it will be very clear. I'm going to create a new user record here, guys. I just copied one user record so that it will be easy to create that, guys, rather than populating all those things. So this is the username and first name, last name, and later the gender, email address, and you can find all the field definition here, guys. You can see the first two rows. The first two rows are going to be your headers, and that based on that, right, you will be able to see, like, you will be able to know what data needs to be populated into these things. The custom fields I'll talk about, like, when we are going to move on to the section data model, guys. But right now, just try to concentrate on, like, how you are going to create users in the system. That's it, guys. And see, right now I populated a brand new record here, which is going to be like, this is the record name, guys. Let me go ahead and import this into success factor system, and we'll see, like, whether it is going to throw us some errors, or it is going to accept the data. Let me go there. Let me save it as a CSV file, guys. We have to always save that as a CSV file. So once you save the CSV file, or once say you are migrate your legacy data UDO file has been ready. So how you are going to import the users is, like, go to your administration tools, and once you are in the administration tools page, right, go to update user information, click on employee import option. As you can see here, there is an option for you to go ahead and import the 15 custom fields are going to be available, guys, by default. And click on browse for the file, and you see this is the file. This is the file that we were preparing, guys. And you can see there is a validate button available to you, and these options we'll discuss in further sessions, guys. Don't worry about that. You can see you have to validate the file. No, guys, I'll talk about the custom fields in later sessions, but you will not be able to add more than 15 custom fields with respect to the employee profile, or I can say with respect to your succession data model. So whenever we have a similar kind of requirement where we are supposed to add more than 15 fields in your succession data model, right, we have to go back to the success factor support team, and they will be able to address that issue, guys. Okay, Srini? Yeah. You can see, yeah, the first step, you have to validate the import file, guys. This validation will check whether all the mandatory columns has been populated, and are there any errors, whether the HR manager or the manager provided, are they valid, are still active in your system. All those validations are going to be happen, and it will throw you an error. I know, like, it is going to throw an error, guys. Let me show you why it is. And you can see someone made it as a mandatory field, and after loading the data, someone made custom 01 field as a mandatory, guys. So that is the reason it threw an error. Let me populate that data, I'll talk about this is how to customize. Don't worry about this. Let me correct this error records and then we load the data into the system, guys. Right now I don't have any validation tools or nothing else, so I can go ahead and populate any data. But I'll tell you how to keep your validations for the records.